I'll be real honest with you. When I started to work for Pete Rossin, I said, I can't work for anybody but him. I respected him. He was so intelligent, and I never had a boring day when I worked for that man. We just seemed to work together, and we were like a team, two-person team.
Well, it was very interesting. Our VP of manufacturing was chewed out by one of our customers, purchasing agents, who was a good friend. And he was kind of nasty. And Jim went to Pete and said, "You should have seen what he just reamed me." And Peter picked up the phone and said, "Don't you ever do this to my people. I'm not going to serve you. I'm not going to take this. This is not right. Don't do it again." Click. I was the largest account.
You did see Pete come on the floor. One thing, he is a very big man. You had to look up to Pete, not just for the stature of the company, but he was a very tall man, big man. You knew when Pete was coming through because his shop was always clean. You would always be cleaning. I have seen Pete at times drive his Cadillac in the mill, through the mill, so yes.
And you seen him coming out of the front office, the word got passed around, hey, the old man's on the floor, so everybody grabbed the broom. You know, they wanted to make sure everything was clean, because Pete was all about being clean. I mean, he wanted a clean shop. And my biggest memory of that was instilled in a lot of us was, you know, you better have a broom in your hand when you see Pete coming, because he didn't want to see any cigarette butts on the floor, any dirty areas. He would shut the whole mill down and scrub. I mean, you know, so you tried to keep it up as best you could. So that's my biggest memories of Pete.
He was tough. I won't deny it. He was very tough. He pushed you. You know, you thought you knew your abilities. He seemed to know a little bit more about what you could do. Pushed me very hard. I appreciate it. But then again, he did it with everybody. You know, he challenged you. He didn't, you know, force you to do things. He more or less gave you a challenge, and you wanted to meet the challenge.
I worked side by side with Mr. Rossin. I mean, physically on the floor, occasionally. You know, he would come out, help us, you know, do this, do that, whatever called, he was right there.
You know, I can remember Mr. Rossin saying to me at one point, we were very busy, or, you know, business had grown, and I said to him, we need more people in my department, in customer service. And he said, well, now, Carol, he said, you're going to have to show me how you need more people. You know, why do you need more people? Are we missing business? Do we need to support our customers in a more efficient manner? And he said, because the last thing I want to do is to hire a person and have that family be dependent upon me, and then me not be able to support that family. So he took that to heart. He was very, very personable with that respect, and respected other people just as well as he did his family. So I think he treated us more like a family.
He did a great job of setting expectations. People knew what he wanted, and if you performed, then, you know, things were going to be okay. And if you didn't, he'd let you know. And in the areas that he saw you needed help, he would make the help available. And if you weren't pulling your weight, he'd let you know that too. So I think that he just was he was a visionary as far as setting up the business. But then he was, he was just a very dynamic man.